Hey my makeup peeps, it's Trish with Makeup by Trish 2, and today I did an everyday smoky tutorial. This is a really easy look, something that in the video you'll see doesn't take very long. The key is just to blend, blend, blend. You don't have to use the products I use. Any makeup that you have on hand will be able to create this. What you really just need is like a dark black or dark gray and a really good blending brush, and then any color. I chose to do purple. And so you'll see that. One thing to keep in mind, what I love about this look is if you have a little bit of a hooded eye, if it's just because that's your natural eye shape, an almond eye shape, Asian eye, or if you're a bit more mature, this is a really good look to help elongate the eye and lift the eye up. Real easy to do.
So to get started with, we're going to go ahead and prime our face while we start working on our eyes. I'm using BE Prime Time here. Pea-size amount over the most oily parts of my face and then kind of blending them out with my hands. Apply a lip balm, that way by the time you get to your lips, they're nice and soft and kissable. Get your Urban Decay Eye Primer Potion or any eye primer. I like this one, it's in the color Sin. It makes my colors much more vibrant, shimmery, and stay on forever. Take an angle brush. Now, a brush here can really help save a lot of time. Using a dark gray shadow, I'm going to just use this by looking down into the mirror. I can see where my natural crease is. Don't close your eyes, just look into the mirror downwards and you should be able to see where your crease is, and just kind of work it into that outer V and then across the line of your natural crease. And then I kind of pull mine out. I place down the color and then you'll see me kind of work the brush by pushing it out and up. Then taking that darker color, I'm going to take a stiff shading brush and kind of like stamp it and make like a little line there. And I'm going to make a V. I'm going to go down towards my lash line and then up towards that crease to create a V, making sure that the most darker concentration is right in the center of that. We want to make our crease really recede and look very, very dark. Start off small, because if you get a dark powder and you put too much on, you're going to have a heck of a time blending it out. So just take a little bit, less is more, and then just drag that down towards your lash line and in the inner, or not inner, but the outer part of your eyelid, making a V. You can start to see the V shape there. Excuse me. Then make sure you keep checking your eyes. You want to make sure it's even, but then take that fluffy brush. See how easy that color just works into my skin? What I'm doing is just dragging around the color, lifting it up towards the eyebrow, and then just kind of blending all the way around. Not actually touching the color, but all the way around it. When it's nice and blended, go ahead and move on to your shimmery eyeshadow and apply that to the first half of your eyelid, trying not to really disturb the darker colors that we had placed down there. You don't want all your hard work to go to waste, now do we? So we're going to go ahead and do that. Make sure the most of the concentration is right above your iris, because that's where the light naturally hits your eye in the most concentrated part. So really kind of pat the color on. Don't swipe unless you're making the line like I am up here, but pat the color. Then take your fluffy brush and blend all the way around where you just laid down the color and just make sure it's kind of seamless. Taking its liner time. So, if you didn't want this to be so dramatic, this is where you would just skip this part. But for me, I like to add a little drama, so I'm going to go ahead and tight line my bottom and my top lash line, and also move it onto my lash line where the actual hairs are going out and a little bit underneath, and just make it dark. I look down into the mirror and extend my lower lash line, and then I bring that towards the top lash line, and I've got my nice liner, and it's really soft. It's not very, very dramatic, and we're going to blend it out. So it looks messy, but here we are going to blend it out. I'm using an angle brush, not that side, there we go, and taking that dark color and kind of stamp it and then smudge it out. Now you could make this very dramatic and make it very, very smoky, but I'm just going to kind of lock the liner in, and putting the powder over your liner is going to make it stay all day and all night. So I'm just doing that, making it, you know, kind of just a little bit softer. Then taking a nice white eyeshadow, mine's Frosty, and putting it to the inner corners of the eye. We're going to brighten up that eye area and kind of make the purple also stand out. Add a little bit more there. And then we're going to take some and put it on the highest point of my eyebrow, wherever that is, stamp it in there, and then pat it kind of outwards, making sure the most concentrated color is right underneath the highest point of your arch. And as you'll see here, this is where it really kind of pulls the whole look together. If you're using a dark, dark color on the outside of your eye, make sure you highlight your brow bone, or it's going to kind of close off your eye and just, you know, not work. So blend everything together, seamless, perfect smoky eye right there. Okay, moving on to the face, I'm using my BE foundation for a couple reasons. One reason is that my face is kind of broken out right now. Hormones, love it. And it just doesn't irritate my skin like liquid foundation does. And I'm just going to buff that to the center of my face, my forehead, my nose, down my around my mouth where I tend to get red, where most women get red. And then just blend out, using sparingly, because since my eyes are the main focus of this look, I don't want to look like I'm wearing too much makeup. Dance a little bit, have a little fun while we're buffing, and just buff that out towards the outside of your face. Now on to concealer. Now I didn't apply any BE there, so I left that bare, so it's just going to be straight concealer going there, because if otherwise it'd probably look cakey. Holy bags, Batman. Wow. Okay, so we need that to conceal those under eye circles. So I'm going to take my ring finger after I applied that Garnier Anti-Dark Roller Ball Circle, I don't know, and just blend that down. I'm using my ring finger. It has the least amount of pressure, and it blends really nicely when you use your fingers because it warms the product up. Taking a fluffy brush, I just got a little bit more foundation and buffed over those blemishes. Now that was a little fast. Let me tell you what I did right there. I'm taking a angled liner brush, an eyeliner brush, and then some faux tan, which is a matte contour powder or bronzer, but to me it's more contour because it's not shimmery. And I go down the center of my, well, not the center, but the two lines of my, down the bridge of my nose, and this is going to elongate my face and just make it look a little bit more slimmer. Not too much, just a little bit, and then blend out with your fingers. Now it's time to contour, baby. Contour those cheeks. So I pout and smile at the same time, and it really makes my cheekbones pop out. And I just follow the natural lines of my face. I don't add color and shadow to where I really don't have shadow on my face, meaning that natural shadows on my face. I'm just going to emphasize what I have. I don't like to go with the gimmicky one-size-fits-all because it doesn't. It just does not work. So I'm going to go here and work that right underneath my cheekbones up towards my temples. You can see I've got kind of like a natural line there. And it's also going to slenderize my your forehead a little bit. So we want to get some on the temples and then brush across the top of our hairline there. Make sure you blend. You don't want any stark white showing out. That would be not very attractive. And then put some underneath your jawline just to emphasize your jawline a little bit. Taking a medium blush, and I'm going to the tops of my cheekbones. A little bit to the apples, but mainly the tops of my cheekbones. This is going to elongate the face and just kind of lift everything. Don't just apply it on the apples. And if you do, do it at an angle. Now it's highlighter time. I'm taking Clear Radiance here by Bare Essentials and a big fluffy brush, eye brush, and just kind of following that area that's above the top of my cheekbones, below my eye, and by the bridge of my nose, and just really highlight that area. It's very subtle. It just kind of gives it a nice, lift to the skin. And you really want to kind of touch anywhere the light would naturally hit your skin. So down the center of your nose, above your cupid's bow, and the top of your lip line. And it feels really nice too. Now taking a lip liner that's close to your lip color, for me that's Flesh by Ulta, and I just line my lips, mainly concentrating on the outer corners, leaving the center bare. And then any favorite lip gloss, this is from Smashbox, Round the Clock, and I'm singing there. Don't worry, I'm not crazy talking to myself. Don't have to be very precise. Alright, that's the finished look. I hope you guys liked. I know I enjoy doing it for you. Ooh, I'm feeling really fierce. Do you feel it? 'Cause I feel it. Alright, well thanks for watching. Kisses.